Hey folks, Stehager from the Six here, coming to you from the Hershey RV Show, America's largest RV show. Today I am at the Keystone booth and we are looking at the Reign 18RB. And the 18RB has a couple of claims to fame. We've got an absolutely massive kitchen counter in here, Murphy bed, we've got seating for 4 and couches, just a really nice couples floor plan with a dry path. We've also got nice features on the outside like an aluminum automotive exterior. We've got a torsion axle. So it's hitting a lot of the features that we like to see in a small travel trailer. In terms of weight, we're looking at 3,960 pounds with a 435 pound hitch weight. And what that means is that this is towable by your 5,000 pound capacity SUVs. So it's an exciting lightweight trailer. Hope you'll join me. I'm gonna do my usual and walk around the outside, then we'll take a look inside. I'll go through my pros and cons. Let's get started. And we'll start at the back of the 18RB. As you can see, we've got our spare tire mounted, full-size spare, same kind of tire that you're getting on the rest of the trailer. I love that. Nice, you see that green automotive color, and that is actually a Mercedes Benz color, if you can believe it. And we can see we've got our fan outlet. Looks like we got a camera prep there as well. We've got our dump station here. Both the gray and the black tanks are 27 gallons. We have our Suburban furnace inlet and outlet, 30 amp plug. It's the outside plug, the kind that we like that won't let mice or bugs in. Looks like we've got our cable port here for that TV. And you can see that this unit does have a slide out, and that's where that couch is going to be when we get inside. I hope you guys can hear me. There is a bit of a noise here. Here we have our on-demand hot water heater, and you can see that we have our outdoor shower here. We have fresh water, and we also have our city water connection, and the fresh tank on this unit is 37 gallons. And then we have our winterizing gear here as well.
Plus there's a black tank flush.
Not crazy about this kind of setup. I prefer to have it on the outside, but we're seeing a lot more travel trailer companies going to this setup. On the nose, we have a power tongue jack, we have dual propane tanks, and of course we've got our battery cutoff switch. And this is also a neat little box that will allow you to bypass the battery, and you can actually power everything up without even having a battery. You can see that we also have a solar port here, which is a great spot for it, so we can add additional solar in addition to what's up on the roof. Nice little feature here on the nose as well. We've got a hanger for our chains and for our 7-pin connector. Little details that make a trailer easier to use. Love seeing that. And of course you can see we've got exterior lighting going around this trailer. Nice green color matching the paint. Makes the trailer look really spectacular, especially at night. Here's a look at the pass-through storage. So it's curved at the other side, but you're still going to be able to fit your tents or whatever you want in here. And then at this side here, you'll be able to fit a grill or whatever you want. Just keep in mind though that if you pile up a lot of heavy things in here, you are adding to your tongue weight on the trailer. We do have two steps that fold up on this unit. And you can see we have a nice off-road tire, big alloy wheel, and we do have a Dexter torsion axle, so independent suspension for that smooth ride going down the road. Oh, and I see that I missed a propane quick disconnect just down here below the pass-through storage. Of course, we have our 120-volt plug as well, so all the normal features that you expect to see on an RV. You can see our low point drains right there. And we do have 4 stabilizers on all 4 corners. There you can see the right rear one here. We have sewer hose storage in the back bumper as well.
And last but not least, on the campsite, we have an 11-foot awning.
And let's head inside the Keystone Reign 18RB. And we'll give you the lay of the land to start. On the right, we have a Murphy bed, and that's very easy to fold down, the sofa jackknifes. Then across from the door we have, and a little bit to the left, we have a slide out with a couch. And then to the left of the door, you've got a large kitchen counter with your stove and your sink down over in the corner, and just a tremendous amount of prep space. You've got a TV up above that as well located right across from the couch. And our bathroom is in the back of this trailer along with the refrigerator there. So let's start by taking a look at the Murphy bed. And it's a very easy one to put up and take down, and I'll just show you a little video of that happening now. And I just wanted to show you with the bed open, you've got plenty of storage as well. and lots of little nooks. And what's nice is that's kind of hidden when the bed is closed, so you don't have to worry about how it looks. So you can see that on this side, the closet is quite a bit deeper. So those two openings are actually part of the closet. And on this side, the closet's not quite as deep, and you actually have separate little storage compartments there on this side. So neat design. When you're sleeping and you want to read, you do have two lights that kind of function like reading lights while you're in the bed. All right, let's put this back up and look at the rest of it. All right, I put the bed back up. Just want to show you that you have these shelves on either side as well. We've got USBs here on this side, and then on the other side of the couch, you have both a 120 volt outlet and USBs, so perfect for CPAP, perfect for charging your phones, and a nice big shelf to put the items on that you're charging or running. So loving that. So we do have a slide out in this unit, and in the slide out we've got a sofa. I believe you can also option theater seats as well if you want to. And we've got a separate table, so there's no dinette in this unit, but this is going to function perfectly as your dinette. And you certainly don't need a dinette table for prep, given the huge amount of counter space that we get in this unit. So as you can see, there's just a massive amount. It also has this nifty pull-out sort of extension that makes it kind of like an L-shaped counter, and I'll show you a picture of that now. And this is ThinScape composite countertop, so it's never going to delaminate, it's never going to get damaged by water, which is a really nice feature. And I love the fact that we've got our TV located right across from the couch. Nicely built in too, so it looks very finished. Now, beside the TV, you have your control panel. So we've got our water pump switch, our awning lights, and the slide out switch and the awning switch as well. And of course, the tank and the battery monitors are there. So nice location for that. We've got a master light switch with a dimmer. I'm not going to demo that because I found sometimes when I do that, it causes the picture to flicker. So we're just going to keep them on the way they are. Love these LED light strips as well. You see those across the ceiling here. So you've got those as well as some of your regular LED pot light type of thing, like this one here. So plenty of lighting, and I believe because those are dimmable, you can have a nice sort of ambient lighting if you want it. You can see we've got our Suburban furnace controller right there beside the fridge, and we also have an air conditioner in this unit. It's a Furrion, and it's one of the very flush mounted ones, so it only is taking up about a half, maybe 3/4 of an inch of space below the actual ceiling itself, so no problem for a big guy like me to walk underneath this air conditioner. All right, let's take a look at the kitchen. So we've got a lot of stuff going on. As I already mentioned, you've got this L-shaped counterpiece that comes out. You've got 120 volt outlets here. Nice little touches that they include on this trailer. So in the nice black decor, and we've got a little towel holder. That's a feature that's oft overlooked and something that you probably have to add yourself if it wasn't there. And we've actually got two of them. Plenty of storage below the kitchen. And I'll just give you a look here. Now, you let me know in the comments what you think about the idea of using netting as opposed to cabinet doors. I was talking to the marketing manager for these trailers, and he says it's maybe about 50-50. Some people absolutely love them. Some people really don't love them. Let me know what you think in the comments. And we have more cabinets down below, and these ones do actually have cabinet doors. And wow, lots of space there. And we've got another one on this side. And same thing. So tons of space. You could use that for shoes. You could use that for camping gear. You could put your pots and pans. The one thing that I find with this kitchen is I just wish they'd worked in some sort of a little removable cutlery tray. Up top, we have another little nook shelf right here without a netting. And then we have one with a netting here. We have our microwave oven, and this is also an air fryer, it looks like. And we have a beautiful sink coming down below. I'll just take the cover off of it there. And I do notice that this ThinScape stuff is a little bit lighter than some of the other solid countertops that I've worked with, but huge, deep residential style sink, nice black chrome kind of look to it. And we have, of course, the pull down faucet. And again, staying with that black decor in this trailer. 2-burner stove. I don't mind just having 2 burners. I'll tell you though, they had the space to put in a 3-burner and an oven if they wanted to, but they've gone with the 2-burner and given you this huge amount of prep space. Certainly, you know, the amount of prep space here is phenomenal for a trailer of this size. It's a really, really nicely set up kitchen. And I like the way this stuff is off to the side, so you get this huge amount of prep space. I mean, you could even lay out your food here and then just eat with your plates at the table by the couch there. Moving on, let's take a look at the refrigerator. Very large 12-volt fridge. And I'll put up on the screen what kind of solar we're coming with on these trailers. I know there is solar on the roof, so of course, you know that I'm a bit more of a fan of having propane fridges because we oftentimes are camping without electricity, but seems like this is the way the entire market is going these days. So, oh, and that's why there's the freezer. It's a slide-out drawer and decent amount of space in there as well, especially for such a small trailer. I mean, this isn't residential size, but it's certainly kind of in between a small RV size and a residential size. And nice looking fridge, fits in well with the decor. Now here in the bathroom we have a pocket door, so it doesn't take up any space at all. These Reigns really have excellent space utilization. And we take a look at the bathroom. So we've got our toilet. It's nice and centrally located, so you can see you're gonna have plenty of elbow room. I love that they've actually included a toilet paper holder in that black metal decor that we have everything else with. Soap dish holder, toothbrush holder. Don't know if I'd want to put my toothbrushes right over the toilet though, but in any case, we've got some hooks for towels and lots of these netting storage. So you're going to be able to keep all your towels, all your shampoos, everything in here. And as we come, we do have a proper vanity, and it's got a little bit of storage underneath. Just, wow, really tiny little bit of storage. So, and then we have the vanity and lots of space for all of your Band-Aids and doodads that you keep in your bathroom. Nice mirror, and hello. And then we've got a dry bath, and here it is. And you can see we've got a skylight pretty much taking up the full thing, so I don't think headroom is going to be a problem, but we're going to test that in a second. Again, staying with the black theme, we've got black faucet and black shower head and plenty of space in here. Let's give it a try and see how it works. All right, I kicked my shoes off and still got my backpack on too, so this is really going to be a good test of space for this shower. And step up is not too bad. I can do it with my bad knee, so that's a good sign. And yeah, well, I've got about another, what would you say, 3 inches, maybe 2 or 3 inches. So I'm exactly 6 feet tall. So you're looking at about 6'3", 6'4" in here. So decent amount of headspace as long as you're not any taller than me. The toilet looks a little dirty, so I'm not going to sit on it, but just based on the way it looks, it's definitely going to be plenty of space there too. So we're giving this one 2 thumbs up. Again, I can only show you one because I have the camera in my hand. In terms of windows, we have these nice awning style windows. Very easy to open and close just with these handles here. And don't worry about if you have arthritis, these things are virtually effortless to open and close. They don't open a huge amount though, so you can see that that is fully open right there. We did have a viewer ask that we could open windows where we could. Sometimes it's kind of tough with the awning style ones, but I'm at least trying to tell you how much they open. And we have blackout shades on all of the windows. And we've got nice, I'm just going to come over here, metal valances as well. Now this one's going to have a standard metal type blind, and that's just because of fire regulations because we're right above the stove. But all the rest of them are that blackout shade that I just showed. Just want to point out that it is a bit of a recliner type of thing with a little piece that you can rest your legs on. So that's kind of neat. And this does also jackknife into a bed, and I'll just give you a look at that now. And there's the couch jackknifed as a bed. It's pretty small, so you're looking at, you know, a couple of small kids. I don't think you would want to try to sleep an adult here unless they were a very height-challenged adult.
Let's talk price. The MSRP from the Keystone website for the Reign 18RB comes in at $33,765 US, not including freight and fees. In Canadian currency, the MSRP is listed at $43,999 on my local dealership's website. Now it's time for pros and cons, and we'll start with the pros. My first pro is the north-south walk-around Murphy bed, which honestly, I'd probably just use as a permanent bed. This bed configuration will make bathroom breaks a breeze. My second pro is the impressive amount of kitchen counter space. You could literally lay out a buffet on this counter. There's so much counter space, the sink cover seems superfluous in this RV. My final pro is the large rear bathroom. It's not just that it's a dry bath, but also that it's spacious with an almost residential feel. All three of my pros are big RV features, so it's not a huge surprise that my first con is weight. I love that this rig can be towed by a 5,000-pound capacity vehicle, but I'd love it even more if it was towable by my 3,500-pound capacity SUV. My second con is the TPO roof. Now don't get me wrong, I understand that if it's installed properly and cared for, this roof should last a very long time, but I'd sure prefer that aluminum skin to extend to the roof, as it would mean a lot less maintenance. My final con is the kitchen cabinet layout. I'm not specifically upset about the lack of cabinet doors, but I'd like to see a design that accounts for storing plates, bowls, cups, and especially cutlery. All in all, the Keystone Reign 18RB is a compelling mid-sized RV from an unexpected source. I love the styling both inside and out, and I especially love the look of the automotive aluminum body panels. For folks with larger tow vehicles, I can see this travel trailer making many shopping lists. What do you think? Would it make your shopping list? Let me know in the comments. If you'd like to see a smaller, lighter Reign, click the link on the screen. Thanks for watching, and take care.